Blizzard. Yeah, Blizzard. I know occasionally I give them a lot of crap, mainly for what has happened to WoW. Because ever since, what is it? I want to say Wrath, the game seems to have gone downhill since then. And, they've been, apparently, yeah, I just ran across the new expansion. I've been away from WoW for a while. Ran across the information in the new expansion. Ran across, classic servers. They're finally doing it. Took them long enough, but they're finally doing it. But what is most interesting is 6 new playable races. I mean, ReSkins. Playable races. Nah, but seriously, they are ReSkins. I guess you could say, sub-races. They're, different variants of current things that we already have, like Taurens and stuff. For instance, on the Horde you get the High Mountain Tauren. That's one of the 6 new playable races. They're coming in as allied races, and apparently what you need to do is go through the story, of course, through the gameplay, and recruit them. And once you recruit them, you'll be able to level them up. They'll have access to the same things. From what I'm hearing, they start at level 20. You can character boost them if you want to, but if you start from level 20 and level it all the way to 120, which is the new cap, you'll get, for one, you'll be doing this new revamped leveling experience, which I need to look into. And if you create a new character with one of these new ones and level them all the way up without using a character boost, you get Heritage Armor Set, which is just a transmog, and I love transmog, I really do. I just wish legendaries were transmoggable. I mean, you could transmog into legendaries, that would be so cool. But anyway, that's the one thing I don't like about the transmog. Because if you work your heart, you work, not some of the legendaries they've recently done where everybody gets a legendary. Back in the day, when you worked really hard to get that legendary, and you're one of few on the server who have it, it'd be so nice to be able to transmog into that once you upgraded to something better in the next expansion. I would love to be able to keep my things looking like, the Warforge, the Warglaives. I can't speak. That you got from BT or something. It would be so awesome to still be walking around with that skin. Because then it just shows that you took the time to go through there and you can still show it off without actually having it equipped. I like that idea. We're not here to talk about transmog. We're here to talk about the new playable races. So what do we got? The High Mountain Tauren for the Hordes. For the Horde. Yeah, I'm a Horde player. I'm not gonna lie. I main a Druid. I've always mained a Druid, even from Classic. I started the game with a Druid. And Tauren are definitely the thing that I play. But my favorite race is probably going to be the Blood Elves, once they were introduced. But anyway, as a High Mountain Tauren, you'll have access to the Druid, the Shaman, the Monk, the Hunter, and the Warrior. Those would be the classes the classes that they can play. Also, you're going to have the Nightborn. The Nightborn are descendants upon the arcane magic of the Nightwell. So they're going to be elves, of course. They look pretty cool, though, I'm not going to lie. Even for ReSkins, they do look better than their standard forms. And with them, they're going to have Hunter, Mage, Monk, Priest, Rogue, Necro, anyway, and Warrior. Warlock. There we go. I can't remember the class name. It's been so long. I feel like a nub. Anyway. And then from that as well, you're going to have the Zandalarian Trolls. And unfortunately, I can't tell you what they're going to do because it doesn't say here. But for the Alliance, if you're one of those filthy Alliance players, that's right, filthy Alliance. How dare you? Anyway, The Lightforged Draenei, which are going to be your reskins of the Draenei. They're going to have Hunter, Mage, Paladin, Priest, and Warrior. You're going to have the Void Elves. And they're going to be your new variant of the Elves, the Night Elves. They're going to have Hunter, Mage, Monk, Priest, Rogue, Warlock, and Warrior. And then the last faction are the Dark Iron Dark Iron Dwarves. You know what? We need ogres. Seriously. We need freaking ogres on the Horde side. I know it was concept. It was actually supposed to be planned to have ogres from the beginning, and they never did it. But we seriously need to bring in ogres for the Horde. That's what needs to be done. But, as for the Alliance, I honestly would probably play the Dark Iron Dwarves just because they look so much better than regular dwarves. And maybe the Draenei, because those would be the two classes that I would play if I played in Alliance. If I mained in Alliance. I have played the Alliance. Don't get me wrong. I've done both factions. I just prefer the Horde over the Alliance. Also, of course, they're going to have their own racial abilities, which I assume are going to be different than their normal counterparts. So, like the Tauren getting the War Stomp, they may not have that. The High Mountain Taurens may not have that. They'll have whatever their variant is, I guess, would be the best way to put it. When it comes to racial passives, to be honest, the last time I checked, they were practically useless nowadays. There was no real reason or rhyme to even have most of them. They just gave a little bit of extra resistance here or there, or something like that. Maybe give you a little bit more points into herbalism or something if they still got that floating around, but they had changed it so much. I'm surprised they even keep the activated abilities. But my favorite has always been the War Stomp. Even though I do like the Blood Elves, the War Stomp I always found so much better to have, especially in PvP, since I was a big PvP player back in the day. But they're revamping the leveling system. The Horde and Alliance are going at it again. I saw the cinematic trailer and my jaw dropped, and I'm just like, is this really World of Warcraft? Are we getting back to basics? And there's going to be new raids and dungeons, and apparently what looks like it could be a raid that is set up kind of like an old, old Warcraft RTS, which would be a pretty interesting thing. I mean, they've done a lot of things with raids. You know, from having a boss who will level up mid-fight when he kills somebody, to having a chess game. But to playing chess as a raid, which, if you've never done that, I suggest you go get a few friends and go do that. That was fun. I mean, and it was an optional thing, too. It's not like you had to go through it. You had to go find that particular raid fight in the raid itself to go do it. And, it was a lot of those things were a lot of fun. I miss a lot of the old raid mechanics that have essentially disappeared over the years. And now it's just pretty much a tank and spank and don't stand in the wrong spot kind of thing. But, I missed having those interesting play styles and things. This feels... I don't know if it's just tugging at my nostalgia strings or what, but it feels like it's going back to basics with all the new stuff in tow. I just wish we'd get talent trees back. I miss those so much. I really miss having some of my abilities, too. And I miss how some of them worked. I really miss my Trents. My Trents that ran up to people and beat them in the face. It was so fun to watch. Especially if you had other balanced druids around and then they all summoned Trents. And they all are beating on somebody's face. Yeah. But anyway, just old interesting things that I missed that probably will never come back, which is why I'm looking forward to sort of a classic type server. Especially if they give, the same treatment to some of the older expansions. Like, you've got classic, vanilla, and then they'll have a server dedicated to, say, BC, which, to be honest, BC is probably my favorite. I would rather go play the BC server over the vanilla. Although I do enjoy vanilla WoW, I really enjoyed BC. So, if they ever gave me a BC server, I would jump to the Burning Crusade and probably never leave, to be honest. But that's just me. There's a lot of new things coming out, and I am currently looking into all of it. I'm trying to do this while working at the same time. It's made it a little bit hard to do. So, I just can't help but sit here and nerdgasm over it. And I don't know why. It makes me want to come back to WoW. It really does. And in fact, to be honest, I think I'm going to log on the computer tonight, make sure everything is up to date, because I'm sure WoW's not. Now I'll have to open up the Blizzard thing and make sure everything is up to date, and I might renew my subscription sometime soon. It's been a while. I mean, I've played this last expansion. I maxed my character, but that was shortly after the expansion came out, and then I haven't played it since, so I'm a little bit behind story-wise. So I've got some catching up to do. But let me know in the comments down below. Are you excited about these new races, or reskins? I keep wanting to call them races. I mean, technically they are races. They're separate races from the original Torns. But, you've got several different Torn factions out there. They feel like sub races. Other races, just other variants, reskins. But anyway, are you excited for the new stuff? Are you excited for allied races? Let me know down in the comment section. That thing down there that I can't say apparently. What's your favorite one? Which one are you looking forward to? Are you looking forward to the Torns? Or are you looking forward to the Dark Iron Elves? Dark Iron Elves? Dark Iron Dwarves? Wow. Anyway, what exactly are you looking forward to in this new expansion? Is it all something? Or have you not played in a while? Are you looking to go back? Those are things I want to know down in the comments down below. So, feel free to let me know what you think. Until then, I'll talk to you later. See ya. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.